Okay, let's look at the other implication. Right, so let's assume, so line 1, L is perpendicular to OA, the radius OA. Right, so this is given. Alright, then 2. Alright, so let's see, let's make an assumption for indirect proof, saying that let's say L is not tangent to the circle, which means that there could be another intersection point. So let's assume that L meets the circle centered at the O, radius R, at some other point, say B. Alright, note that here B is different from A. Right, so this would be the assumption. For indirect proof. Right, so what we have is so you have a circle, so you have a circle there, right, and we're assuming that the L is not tangent. So here, so this is our line L. Then let's see, this is the point A, and this is the center O. Alright, so assumption was L is perpendicular to OA. So it looks kind of weird, but you can see that here this angle is 90 degrees. And we're assuming that L will meet the circle at another point B. So since we're assuming that L is not tangent, so you have B here. Right? So that's our assumption. Then what we can see that 3, we know that if you look at the OB, that's actually another radius, so this is congruent to that. So we know that OA equals OB equals radius, right? So this just comes from the fact that L meets the circle, so B is on the circle, so this comes from 2. Alright, then next conclusion would be, alright, so since we have, let's see, triangle AOB is isosceles triangle, we have a 90 degrees there too. Okay, so 90 degrees there too. Right, so we have so measure of the angle OAB is the same as measure of the angle OBA, which is 90. Right, so we're using isosceles triangle theorem. Alright, but we know that Sakari-Legendre theorem said that the sum of all three angle sum is less than or equal to 180, which means that if you take 2 of them, it's going to be less than 180. So 5. If you add up measure of the angle OAB and the measure of the angle OBA is supposed to be strictly less than 180. right? So this is coming from Sakari-Legendre theorem, right? Then, but 6, we know that since a measure of the angle OAB is 90 and the measure of the angle OBA is 90, so measure of the angle OAB and the measure of the angle OBA is actually equal to 180 according to line 4, which is a contradiction. So this contradicts line 5. Right? So we found the contradiction, so therefore what we assumed here is wrong. So 7. Therefore L is tangent to the circle at A. Right? So this is by rule of elimination. Right? So this will show that if L is perpendicular to the radii OA, A is the point of contact, then L is tangent to the circle at A. Right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.